Ostara is of Germanic origins, but its history is debatable. Before we dive into more about the significance and backstory, I want to point out that it's okay if you resonate with a different version or if there's a different history that you feel is more significant to your personal practice. Stories and traditions evolve over time, making it impossible to state that something is an absolute truth. This is why I encourage you to learn what you can and then apply it in a way that it fits best to your own life. My goal with this class is to present the facts I was able to find while being transparent about the parts that might be passed down as fact, but that there isn't any actual historical evidence behind it being true. There are many unverified claims that Ostara is a celebration of the goddess Esther. Realistically, it's assumed that only a small Germanic tribe worshipped her, and there was a misunderstanding in the 1800s that led to today's confusion surrounding her and everything about her. It's a really interesting topic if you choose to research it further, and there's a lot of information out there about how it's a misconception. I think there's more information about how it's a misconception than there is about her as a goddess specifically. There is also a belief that Ishtar is associated with Easter and Ostara. Beyond a similarity in name, there's not a whole lot of connection between her and this time of year once you go back beyond modern teachings. Even though there are a lot of misconceptions about what its specific origin is, most cultures have a goddess or figure that represents spring, rebirth, and renewal that are easier to find teachings on. This includes Freya in Norse mythology, Cybele, the mother goddess of Rome, Asasi Ya from the Ashanti people in Ghana, Osiris, the king of the Egyptian gods, and the Hindu goddess Saraswati. I'll be focusing on Osiris in the next video because he has a great story about rebirth. The purpose of Ostara is to celebrate the arrival of spring, and this is a common thing amongst all traditional cultures, as they were more tuned into the rhythms of nature and the changing of the seasons. Within the Wheel of the Year, Imbolc, which we celebrated in February, was a reminder that spring was coming and that it was on the horizon and it was just around the corner. And Ostara is a celebration that spring has arrived. This is a Germanic Sabbath, and Celtic people did not formally celebrate a holiday similar to how we celebrate Ostara now, so it's a little bit of a combination of different traditions. And while there isn't a historical tie to using symbols of fertility like rabbits and eggs, I will include those in this class because they are a very visual representation of fertility and newness. In the following videos, we'll dive into simple but powerful ways you can honor this season and your own growth.